Here's the reality of my situation. That's my computer, that's my bag, that's my cords, that's this right here. It's hot as hell. Let me show you how hot as hell it is. You see my face? You see all them little dots all over my face? That is my sweat. See the shininess on my hand there? That's sweat. I am sweating. It is slightly breezy, and I am still sweating like a priest in court. My computer, I just got here to Starbucks, of course. Try to download stuff from my computer and get started on this stuff, because without it costs money to go places to do this. It doesn't matter if it's the library where I have to pay for parking, or if it's Starbucks where I have to pay for a coffee. It's actually cheaper to pay for the coffee. Anyway, my computer is already starting to overheat. I just got here probably 15 minutes ago, I guess. Just long enough to plug in and get started, and they tell me that they're closing down the lobby at 5 or at 4. And it might be 4 already. Let me see. 3:56. It's like 4 minutes. So I'm trying to get the best I can of a charge out of these, but they're all overheating too. It's too fucking hot out here for me to use my electronics. So of course I'm packing them up and getting ready to head back down to who knows where. There's gotta be somewhere. The problem is all my money is on a Starbucks card, so this is the only place where I can actually work on any of this and manage it currently. I don't even like coffee. I like those Monster Javas because they're super sweet, but it's the sugar I like. And the caffeine I'm addicted to. Could I cook coffee? Yeah, actually I have. Holy fuck. My computer is hot to the touch. Alright, I can't leave these things plugged in anymore. Fuck. When I was inside, it would have worked, but they told me that they were closing down the lobby, so I brought it out here, and it even my keyboard is too hot. Y'all got no idea all the little shit that you got to go through. Yesterday, I waited most of the day, because when people say they're going to help you and they leave it open-ended, they're probably not going to help you. But if you're not there, then they say, oh, well, I was going to help you, but you weren't there. So you wait all day long because it's open-ended. Or like that lady who was going to help me last week. I went by there every single day last week. I need to find a safe place for my evidence. That's what's been most important since day one. Preservation of fucking evidence, and nobody gave a shit about that. That's what I have been working on. Preserving the evidence and getting it fucking turned in. God damn it. None of you are good people. You tell me what to do. Most of the stuff you tell me to do, I've already done repeatedly. You have to make the fucking call with me, saying, oh, well, if you already made the call, No, I didn't, because there was only one person, me, making those calls. That abuse happened because everyone knows they can take advantage of someone who is called mentally ill. They can do whatever the fuck they want to them, and nobody gives a fucking shit, especially if they're homeless. There's people who wanted to help me at first. But some of those people who claimed they were gonna help me were fucking full of shit. When they outright lied to me. Or those things actually did happen. So we'll have to find out from them if we're ever able to get it into court. Or those people actually threatened, harassed, and intimidated by the police, or did they lie to me? Did they take money for goods and services that they did not provide? Yes, absolutely. They did not do their jobs. They get paid to do a job that they did not do. For all these folks who work for the government, for these other folks, knowing that I was being abused, and they did nothing. They wanted to tell me, oh, Sean, I trust you, I trust you, I trust you. Really, if you trust me, why aren't you speaking up, you pieces of shit? I never did any of you wrong. Any of you. And telling the truth. Oh, you want to pretend like I'm a wrong person for doing that. Like I'm a bad person for doing that. Like I'm putting your kids at risk for doing that. No, I'm not. You put your fucking kids at risk just by bringing them into this fucking world. You intentionally misled the situation for personal gain. You broke the law. You want to talk to me about the law? I'm the only one who is actually held fucking accountable. I'm the one who's fucking disabled. I'm the one who is supposed to have help. I'm the only one who fucking doesn't. I'm the only one who has to go to just alcoholics and fucking junkies because none of the rest of you give a shit. Just little stuff, you know? Like that lady not showing up yesterday. Starbucks being closed today. The fucking heat out here. My goddamn back fucking killing me. Every goddamn day. This is what fucking homelessness is, you fucking selfish pieces of shit. It's victimization. It is fucking pain. It is intolerance. It is cruelty. And it is, well, being stuck in weather that will fucking kill us. It will kill us. While you complain that you have, in your big puffy padded jacket, you're cold in between your house and your car. Oh, poor fucking you. You don't have to fucking sleep in it, you goddamn douchebag. You say we chose it? You fucking trash. People don't choose to be victimized. I didn't choose for Natalie and her friends to do what they did. I didn't choose for my friends to be fucking sexist goddamn pieces of shit. I did know that most of them, being as they were in the drug trade there in Colorado, were probably going to be fucking cowards about it. And that's the problem. They shouldn't have said they were going to come forward if they weren't. People wanted to offer to help, and then instead of helping, they wanted to argue. That's all they wanted to do is fucking argue. That's the problem with the mentally ill tag, is even these people who want to help you are still going to treat you like a fucking retard, because that's what mentally ill means to everyone. It means you're a fucking retard. It means you are too fucking retarded to wipe your own goddamn ass. So they deprive you of the right to wipe your own goddamn ass, tell you that you need to wipe your own goddamn ass by your goddamn self. Meanwhile, my predators were treated like they were the fucking victims. That's the problem with having to go to police that know that you're trying to turn them in and have been trying to turn them in. This is the problem with being forced by Nebraska State Patrol to turn this shit into the Dual County Sheriff's Department. They fucking lied to me outright when they did that. They did that to me repeatedly. It was nobody's fucking job. It's still nobody's job. Sure, it's illegal, but not if it's nobody's fucking job to fucking enforce it. I've already been victimized by Hood River Police Department and Sheriff's Department. I have already been victimized by them. I can't go to them in this town for any crime committed against me. I already know this. They have already let me know loud and clear through their behaviors and their actions that they are not fucking interested. Most of these homeless people out here, their excuse for not trying is that the cops won't listen. They're right, the cops won't listen. That's why they need to fucking speak up. Not to the goddamn peanut gallery either. I got a YouTube channel they're free to speak up on. If they got a YouTube channel they speak up on, I'll fucking hook up links to my stuff when I'm able to. Parky typed, hi, where are you? I'm in Hood River, Oregon. See, I try to set all this stuff up that you tell me I gotta set up, but I need a fucking steady address to do it. I haven't had a steady address since before Natalie was killed. No, I don't have a home, Parky Eye. This is my home right here. You see that? This is my home. See that stuff on top? That's what keeps me alive. And the stuff that's underneath it is evidence. Police have been able to repeatedly force me into situations where my stuff would be stolen by them or by others by forcing me into homelessness. It's not a nice house, Parky Eye. This is a fucking shitty house. It's expensive to have it, but everything that I own is in it. I can't just abandon that evidence. I need to be able to fucking show it. God damn it. They have prevented me from showing this for 6 fucking years. Prevented me from having a guardian for 6 fucking years. Prevented me from getting that paperwork done for 6 fucking years. Prevented me from turning in my fucking predators for 6 fucking years, and it's not from lack of fucking trying on my behalf. I have fucking tried. Now people are dead. A lot of people are dead. The United States government is fucking nasty. They want to have separation of church and state, but then, of course, all these politicians want to talk about God. Christianity, the way that it's used here in America, no, you might as well be the devil calling yourself a Christian. And all this time, how many people actually sat down and looked at the evidence with me? Mandy Hughes, sorry, she didn't. Mandy Singer tried. Alright, now we got a fucking troll on here typing shit like want to make out. God damn it. Well, we don't know what to do with those. Should we hide user on this channel, or should we allow this troll to apologize? I can be smoking in my car. But guess what? I'm going to give you this one chance. You can apologize, or I can block you. Thank you. Wait, see, Parky I typed. Alright, so what the dog doing typed, I'm sorry, and Parky I typed apologize right now. A little late, Parky I, but thank you. Although the right now thing is, I'm sure you got the point. A lot of people, you know, they want to come on here with their opinions. If the people who are involved in the situation want to come on here, then we can have that conversation. We can do that live for everybody to hear. I don't hide shit. And I shouldn't have to. Police didn't want to do their jobs when it came to a disabled person. That's why Tamara was trying to help me to get set up with developmental disability paperwork all the way back in 2017. Her quitting her job was not my fault, but it has affected every bit of what's happened since then. And that's not saying that she is a bad person for quitting her job. I have to understand. I have to understand her situation and her reasons for quitting. She has a son who's autistic, and he's at least 18 now, so he's an adult. At the time, he was only 14. And after seeing what I was going through, she quit her job before Natalie was killed, mind you, months before Natalie was killed. And that's what created the really big fucking issues. When I was finally getting a hold of Veronica Bruce, that's Missy from Region 2, that was because Tamara quit, and Brenda Dickinson is the one that told me to get a hold of her. Sorry, I'm trying to get this into my car. Brenda Dickinson was involved in the situation from the very start to the end. Candace Bondurant was involved well before any of that situation with Natalie in Virginia. Candace Bondurant was involved before Natalie or I ever left for Virginia. So is Brenda Dickinson, so is Dennis Dickinson. But what Dennis and Brenda did to me, that ain't right. Dennis fucking hijacking the money that I had just earned from Brenda. I say hijacking it because he was an asshole. Oh, you owe me for this, you owe me for that. Oh, $40 should be about good. Well, that's what I made for the day, so fuck it. Brenda Dickinson right there could have said something, could have said, hey, Dennis, Sean has been working all day for that money. But no, her thoughts behind it were, you know, some battles just aren't worth fighting. When you're married to somebody, some battles just aren't worth fighting. And I'm like, Dennis calls it tough love. I call it bullying. We have a difference of opinion on that, but he's bigger than me. All right. What the dog doing now? Doing typed psych RUBTS dumb. I don't actually understand what most of that, what you're trying to get at. If you could form more complete sentences, that might help. I'm autistic, so I tend to do the same exact thing that you're doing, so I'm not telling you you're a bad person for doing it. I do the same thing. Sometimes I forget to type the I's and the U's at the beginning of a sentence, so you don't know if I'm addressing you or if I'm talking about myself. And you know, that's actually a common trait among people who are autistic. I've come to notice it's actually a common trait among most people. The traits that are most commonly attributed to autism are also commonly attributed with severe PTSD, long-term abuse. And you get to see all these professionals I was told to go to, that I did go to them. And it's not their job. How can it literally not be anyone's job? I don't know what BT is supposed to be. What the dog doing? That is an odd name, by the way. Of course, my gamer tag is Dogged Roman, so I guess I got a pretty odd one too. Alright. I have a vehicle here that I just parked it about 30 minutes ago, so I gotta let it cool down. And that usually takes about an hour, so I'm basically stuck here in the parking lot for 30 minutes. I didn't mean for it to get so overheated on the way here, but there was a lot of traffic and I just had to sit there and let the gas burn. All this stuff adds up, every bit of it. What the dog doing typed RUBT. I still don't know what that means. What does BT stand for? It's called an acronym. I'm just wanting to know what it's for. Or initials or abbreviations. I guess acronyms are a little bit longer. Not always, though. FUBAR, fucked up beyond all recognition. TARFU, things are really fucked up. SNAFU, situation normal, all fucked up. Yep. When you're called mentally ill, you don't have any rights. My family doesn't care because all of them have somebody there and present. Alright, I'm not sure what this Pokimane crap is, but this seems like trolling at this point, so I'm just going to delete you from my channel. What the dog doing type, I'm not on God, on Allah. You know, I don't believe in any of those, and usually when people start swearing on almighty whatevers, that's a good indicator that they're not telling the truth. However, what's a BT? Obviously, you can type on here when you know you're going to get... Yep, then he types semen slurp. So, yes, troll. Time to remove him. Took the screenshots. What the hell is going on here? Now it's not letting me do anything. See, this is all stuff that I would like to be able to magically fix on my own, but I'm not real computer savvy or tech savvy. Some of the stuff that I know how to do, as soon as there's an update, I don't know how to do it anymore, and I got to go through and look at videos, and hopefully somebody will make one soon that's modern, because it's usually a bunch of old videos on the way it used to be. What the dog doing type be rich, not that hard, lol. Alright, well, hide user on this channel. Blam, that easy. We'll take pictures of all the deleted messages. Got screenshots of it. Why do I do that? Well, I'm not allowed to defend myself in any of these other YouTube channels. I'm not allowed to defend myself in court. I'm not allowed to show evidence anywhere. I can't show it on Facebook for a lot of it because it'd get me in trouble. I can't show it on YouTube or it'd get me in trouble. Can't show it in court because I'm not allowed. They would have called me mentally ill and try telling everybody I'm schizophrenic. Zach Richmond, well, he's well aware that people are still running around Chapel, Nebraska. My predators, mind you, running around Chapel, Nebraska, claiming that I'm schizophrenic. That's the problem with the mentally ill tag. When I say that's what people say, and people harm you over that, that's absolutely what I mean. People assume the worst. When you are called mentally ill, people assume the worst, and your predators will prey on that. When you have PTSD from being raped, and your predator says, oh, well, he or she is mentally ill, they're mentally ill. That doesn't mean that the rape didn't happen, and that's the problem with these officers doing this. And the judge allowing it is that the judge knows that this is illegal and immoral, and that it doesn't hold any fucking water, and yet they allowed it. With zero evidence, they allowed it. They allowed slander in the courtroom. They allowed slander on my paperwork. They allowed people to commit felonies using their public offices, including Leslie Snell. And, of course, her boss, Scott DaCosta. I am forced to go to people who have fucked up severely. Rather than take it seriously, they wanted to threaten, harass, or intimidate me, and that is not okay. They wanted to pretend like I didn't explain to them I can't do these things for myself. I can't take care of myself. It is a public safety risk for me to have to drive. It's not just a danger to my life, it's a danger to anybody on the road's life. It is not safe for me to have to drive. The mental issues that I have are from abuse and fear of that abuse ongoing due to this slander. Due to the fact that I'm not allowed to show evidence or defend myself. Due to the fact that I have to go to fucking junkies for help because the police won't do their fucking jobs. Due to the fact that the Bollingers and their fucking cronies were allowed to fucking threaten, harass, and intimidate me and gaslight the shit out of me, and somehow magically it's okay because they call me mentally ill. All of these people who are involved, magically, even knowing that they're recorded, admitting their involvement, even knowing that, they want to go, oh, I'm not involved. I don't want to get in. You're already involved. That's the problem, dumbass. You want to pretend that you cared? All right? You claim that you cared. You were already fucking involved. You can't fucking make that just magically disappear. You were already involved. Your testimony was the difference between me being fucking railroaded or these predators getting locked away. And which one did you choose? You chose to help the predators. You made that conscious decision. No, you don't get to pretend I'm the bad guy after that. I will not tolerate it. I want all of you dumbasses, I want you to think about all of the fucking hard fights that I was involved in on your behalf. How hard I fought for your rights. I want you to think about that. Now I want you to think to yourself, why wouldn't Sean fight that hard for his own? I absolutely do. But just like you guys, you complain that nothing ever gets done because you have to do it all yourself. Well, you know what? The people who are winning these court dates, the people who are getting these millions of dollars, they're not doing it themselves. They have help. People like Rebecca Grossnickel don't. She has to go to fake friends like Desiree Leonard and Victor King. Victor King showed what he's made of. It's horse shit. Victor King is made of horse shit. I wasn't abused because I'm a bad person. I was abused because people kept on looking away. They didn't care. They didn't care. Not until Natalie was dead. Some of them pretended to care, pretended like they were going to help. Matter of fact, I finally got Miss Peaches after going to her house repeatedly where she was going to help me. And I provided cigarettes, and I provided pot, and I provided whatever else was fucking needed. I even went out there. Polly Olson, one of the people in Chapel, Nebraska. She was in Colorado around Christmas time in 2016. Ask me how I know. Because Miss Peaches and Raja didn't have food in the house for her and the fucking kids. So I was out there panhandling to get food. Woohoo! Did I get enough money to get food? Absolutely I did. I was out there panhandling, and so was Joshua Hebert. Joshua Hebert spent most of his money on drugs and Magic the Gathering cards. I spent some of the money that I got on Magic the Gathering cards too. That was the community thing to do. That was the fun downtime thing to do there. The problem is that Hebert has a way of making everything not fun. So then nobody wanted to play. And then when nobody wanted to play, well, we all stopped playing the game. For those of us out on the streets, it is your opinions. When you say you shouldn't care what other people think, no, you absolutely should. All of these people are afraid of what other people think. Laura Nelson is afraid of what other people think. Amanda DeMette is afraid of what other people think. Megan Missigatis is afraid of what other people think. These people allowed harm to come to me because they were afraid of what other people thought. Laura Nelson is pretty fucking horrible, but she is not as bad as Candace Bondurant. None of these people can be as bad as Candace Bondurant. When it made the most difference, when it made all of the difference in the world, Candace Bondurant chose to do harmful things to me, to mislead the situation, to cut me off from any and all help that I had at that point in time, and to pretend like I was a bad person. She intentionally misled multiple people who were offering and trying to help me. She intentionally misled them into destroying evidence. You know how fucked up that is? In addition to forcing me into a situation where I was going to be homeless in sub-zero weather, where I had to make a choice between the gear that would save my life and saving my evidence. And what did I save? The evidence. I can't have a life unless I'm allowed to show this evidence. I have to hope that somebody cares before the rest of it gets fucking stolen. By the public, by the homeless, or by the police. Or some tow truck company. The only chance I have of stopping this victimization is showing this evidence, and I need help to do that. I need someone to understand that with the mentally ill tag, no matter how many times you tell me to do things, it doesn't make a difference. You have to do it with me. That is what it takes. When you are called mentally ill, nobody cares about you. I'm not homeless because I'm some druggie. I don't do drugs. I'm not homeless because I'm some alcoholic. I don't drink. I'm not homeless because I'm some child molester. I've never been charged with molesting a child. I've never been charged with child abuse. I've never been charged with rape. Do you ever wonder why it is that most of the predators that I'm trying to turn in, why is it that they have these things on their records? Because they abuse children. Robert Franklin Warnick is on the Nebraska Sex Offender Registry for felony sexual assault against a child because he felony sexually assaulted a child. I don't owe it to you to take this abuse. I don't owe it to you to keep your fucking secrets. If you're going to tell me that you aren't able to help me right now because your grandma died, keep in mind that that's not what the cops said. Did you lie or did the cops? Because you can't both be telling the truth. I've got the evidence that shows that you're telling the truth, but they won't look at it. They want to keep on pretending I'm schizophrenic. You want to clear your fucking name? Well, maybe you should try. See, either of those things did happen, and you're a fucking coward or a manipulator. Sorry. Either of those things did happen, in which case you were either a coward or a manipulator. Or in the cases where you told me that police did such and such, maybe you're telling the truth about that, but you never came forward about it. Knowing that I was being abused, knowing that I was being called schizophrenic for saying that you had come forward, that you had tried. You came forward to me, but you didn't come forward to the world. You didn't come forward to anybody else, did you? So how am I supposed to believe you if you're going to tell me one thing and tell others something else? I don't trust anybody for a reason. Humans are selfish. They don't care about others. There are a lot of mothers that I know, my own included. Yeah, she'd kill her own offspring for $1 million. You're goddamn right. My mom has no morality whatsoever. She says that a liar is worse than a murderer. Yet she's one of the biggest liars I know. One of the biggest manipulators, too. She's got a lot of experience. She's also got a lot of fucking stupid sims. Now, some of these men are highly intelligent. Michael Scott Wade, highly intelligent. He was a computer tech in the Air Force in the 1980s. And Jeffrey Witcher, that's the father of sex offender Andrew Witcher. To my knowledge, Mikey Witcher is not a child molester. Andrew Witcher is. Alright, I stink to high heaven. There's a tiny bit of liquid in there. We'll spray myself with the smelly good. My car should be cool enough now to hopefully start up and go somewhere. Feel my computer. Jesus, that thing is still hot. Fuck, my backpack's like a sauna. I gotta prop it open or something. That ain't no good. And my computer, it's on its last leg. Like, you know, that's a lot of evidence that I needed. It's important evidence. Luckily for me, I took pictures, but it doesn't come down to right or wrong. What it comes down to is, for the most part, loyalty to your drugs. When it comes to the way that my sister was reacting and interacting, and the way that Ed was reacting and interacting, and also Nora, Mandy Singer was under the impression that all three of them were twacked out of their fucking gourds and didn't know shit from Shinola. My sister, she was saying that she was up all night every night because she was always having to look at all these different cameras to find it. I don't know. It seems to me my sister is looking for meth shadows, you know. And I did tell my sister that. That's recorded on my YouTube channel as well. It's also recorded that my sister did admit my little brother Michael Allen Albert, was charged with sexual assault against his own stepdaughter. I told you, I don't care if you're my best friend of 20 years, I'll turn your ass in. I don't care if you're Jesus H. fucking Christ. You don't touch kids. My mom helped him out. My mom did everything she could not to help me out. She did everything that she could to cut me off from getting help when it made a difference. My sister, at that point in time, at my grandma's funeral, my little sister could have helped me. At that point in time, she absolutely could have. Now, with the abuse that my sister has gone through, including, and I don't know if it's true or not, this is one of those things where my sister, when she's scared, she's prone to lying. But as a child, my little sister just lied nonstop. So, for me, I want to give my sister the benefit of the doubt. I know that since she had her daughter, she is trying her best to be a good, honest Christian woman. Of course, the churches in Nebraska see her as a weirdo and have actually told her that she's mentally ill for the extent that she goes to try to show her and express her love for the Almighty. That's because these are weekend warriors. God only exists when it suits them. When it doesn't suit them, they don't believe in a God, they believe in the law. When the law doesn't suit them, then they can pick apart little bits and pieces of the Bible looking for loopholes, just like people who are into the law can do. That's part of the reason we have a separation of church and state. A lot of people who are predatory towards me used the fact that my religion is different from theirs as their excuse. They wanted to claim that I was a Satan worshiper because I don't believe in their fucking Rambo Jesus. That's about as closest to Satan as you can get, is the idea of a Rambo Jesus. We got situations like Dr. Caroline Diamond. My God, yesterday the way she was going off, she says, mind your business. She says that at the end of every show, but none of her shows are her minding her business. It's her talking trash on a bunch of other folk. And of course, she does it the Southern way. You talk trash and then, bless her heart at the end of it. Or, of course, there's a psychobabble bullshit. When a therapist doesn't get their way, then they'll just start fucking downing on you too. That's a cute one. They say the same stuff that other people say. No, this lady wasn't going off on me. She was going off on somebody that was apparently friends with R. Kelly. And she had been trying to claim that there was a letter that she got from R. Kelly or some shit like that. And I remember her talking about it on her show. That was the one where I first started watching her show. And, yeah, she did. So then she's calling these folks liars. I'm like, no. I was watching it when that happened. I was watching it when she made that claim. So she misled people, and she could admit that she misled people. She could fess up to the fact that if she made a mistake and didn't mean to mislead people, she could admit that she did not intend to mislead the situation, but straight up claiming it didn't happen, trying to cover it up. But maybe she didn't try to cover it up. I haven't gone back to try to see if that video is still there or not. There's a possibility that she legit doesn't believe that she said or did those things. It was a while ago though, huh? I make sure that before I go accusing people, I can back my shit up. That I can back it up with evidence. Their behaviors show it. Their words show it. Why did they say one thing and do another? Why was I never provided with a guardian? Why was I repeatedly cut off from help filling out the developmental disability paperwork or even having that paperwork to fill out? Why have I been repeatedly forced to move? My predators know that $800 a month is not enough to live on, and then I am forced to have things like this vehicle. I have to be able to travel. I have to be able to conserve this evidence to get it shown. But I need help in person doing that. There's a lot of people like that Doug Thunderfeller. He just wanted to be a sexist pig. He's one of the Chloe Roma people. Chloe Roma of Roma's Army Men's Rights. That's on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff where I was supportive of her, but when she started telling people to lie in court, fuck no, I'm done. Not cool, not okay. Some of her followers are alright, but there's also a lot of them like Doug Thunder who are, he makes all these sexist jokes and he posts them up all day, every day on his fucking Facebook. And then he complains that he can't get a girlfriend. I don't complain that I can't get a girlfriend. I don't fucking want one. Is the reason I don't have a girlfriend because I don't want one? No, it's not. When I was younger, you know what? Maybe it would have been nice to have a girlfriend. But you know what? At my age, women expect me to know what the fuck is going on. They expect me to have that experience. Well, guess what? I don't have that experience. When I was younger, I was not one of the good-looking, attractive fellers. I wasn't tall. I wasn't dark. I did not have a full head of hair. I didn't have blonde hair and blue eyes, and I wasn't muscle-bound. No, women did not give me the time of the day. Many of them were extremely mean and cruel and inconsiderate. And, even many of the women who are nice, they're just nice because it's expected. They make promises. They say they'll do things they don't actually intend on doing. They just want you to feel better for a moment. Men don't get to do that. You say, oh, well, I'm allowed to change my mind. No. There's a difference between changing your mind and bullshitting somebody from the start. Your actions and your words showed that you never intended on helping. You intended on bullshitting me. You wanted to put your nose in some business that wasn't yours. But you know what? Once it was made the public's business, to the point that the public was threatening, harassing, and intimidating people, not just the fucking junkies that were assaulting me to begin with. Yeah, these people needed to fucking fess up and speak up. Instead of trying to pity party me into feeling sorry for them so that I won't expect them to tell the truth. No. Fuck you. I started going to all of these assholes because my life, and not just my life, but my friends and my family's lives were threatened. Repeatedly. I was getting harassing phone calls, harassing text messages, harassing fucking messages on fucking YouTube or on Facebook, harassing messages, fucking phone calls, and in Facebook Messenger, in my emails. I mean, how many times do I have to explain to you guys this? I was the one being threatened, harassed, intimidated, stalked. Me. Not Natalie. Everything that I did to try to get help was used to try to pretend like I'm some sort of a monster. When I reached out for my friends for help, oh yeah, what did Natalie say? That I was harassing her friends. No, these were our mutual friends. These are people that I had rescued on many occasions. A lot of these people, I didn't realize that they were connected with Maddie Boa in the ways that they were. Victor King, I kind of expected it. Yes, he's friends with Maddie Boa. What's the reason for most of these people not coming forward? They're friends with my predators. Oh, I don't want to get involved. Too bad, you're already fucking involved. Oh, you don't want to piss off your fucking drug dealer? I don't give a shit. My family comes first. And if your gaslighting puts my family at risk, well, too fucking bad. You should have, first of all, not bullshit me. Second of all, not wasted my time. And third of all, made some goddamn effort. Instead of playing victim when you got busted fucking lying. Just like the cops, just like the Bollingers. What did Natalie do when she got busted lying? did everything she could to make sure that people wouldn't listen to me by calling me mentally ill. If you call them mentally ill, then people won't listen to them. She set me up to take the fall for something that she fucking did. Her and her friends stalked me as a group. And the evidence shows that I was trying to get help stopping that. I wasn't stalking anyone. I was the one being stalked, and I still am. I want to believe my little sister because I know the police in Chapel, Nebraska and their MO. I also know the cowards in Chapel, Nebraska. I also know that Amanda DeMett blew me off about the situation after the fact. Basically treated me as if she knew something that I didn't, like maybe Tara was just bullshitting me. How can she help me if she's helping someone who is predatory towards me? And yes, what Tara did was predatory towards me. Tara knows that I am disabled, that I cannot do those things for myself, that I am not rich, that I didn't have that money to spend for her to... I needed her to show up in court. That's what she was paid for, to look at evidence and speak the fuck up in goddamn court. But what did my little sister do? She showed that all she cared about was the money. At one point in the recording, she says, well, it's not about the money. No, it is. You're saying that because it's supposed to alleviate things? No, you showed outright that it was only about the money. You wanted tweaker money to get fucking meth and to get fucking cameras because you're a fucking tweaker, Tara. And no, I don't think that Destiny should be with you. She should be with her father. And no, I don't agree with her father's fucking bullshit when it comes to women. I don't agree with any of his religious beliefs when it comes to women. But I do agree with him raising her as a boy. I do agree with Riley Lawton teaching Destiny how to whoop the living shit out of somebody. I am all for that. I am all for Riley Lawton teaching Destiny how to fire a goddamn rifle. Yeah, goddamn right I am. What I'm not about is this subservience bullshit where the Bible says that women are supposed to be a man's property. No. I fight for equality. I don't just fight for equality for men. I fight for actual equality. Equality for men is not equality. Equality for women is not equality. Not the way that it's represented or presented. Just not okay. I don't have a lot of money left on my Starbucks card, and that's what I have to live on. I should probably go try to panhandle up some money, and I do need to. Lucky for me, I do have some tea. Anyway, my phone's probably going to die here shortly, so I'm going to end it. Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper, and no victim left behind.